The 14A District Court for the County of Washtenaw, State of Michigan is now in session. All those having business before the court draw near. The Honorable Judge J. Cedric Simpson presiding.
And good morning, everyone. Court does call the case of Great Arbor Properties versus is it Akin Fenwa?
Akin Fenwa, Your Honor.
Akin Fenwa. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
For the record, Your
Okay.
Honor, Stuart Collis on behalf of Great Arbor Properties.
All right. This non-payment of rent case, what's your claim?
Your Honor, I've talked to Ms. Akin Fenwa. If we could adjourn this matter a week, that'd be great.
All right. Ma'am, is that what you'd like to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
What you're about to witness is not just a routine court session. It's a rapid-fire snapshot of how housing disputes can turn lives upside down in a matter of minutes. In this Michigan courtroom, landlords, tenants, and attorneys line up one by one, each carrying a story of missed payments, job loss, illness, or broken promises. The judge must balance compassion with the law, sometimes offering second chances, sometimes issuing swift consequences. As cases fly by, pay close attention, because the difference between staying housed and losing possession often comes down to paperwork, deadlines, and a single week's grace. The real question is the system helping people stay afloat or simply moving cases along as fast as possible?
All right. Let's see, 23rd. We'll adjourn it to January 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person proceeding, folks. All right.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Collis. Take care.
Clark Road Family Dividend Housing versus Brianna Holcomb.
Good morning, P72714 on behalf of Clark Road family.
Thank you. And do you have Holcomb?
Hi, yes, good morning, Your Honor.
All right, there you are. Okay, it's because we're on Zoom, I have to have you talk so it lights my screen up. So, all right. All right, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is for a non-payment of rent. I don't believe we've received a payment since April. So that's our claim today.
All right, how much is plaintiff's claim?
So there's $2,349.55 and past owing rent $239.40 in costs and fees for a total of $2,588 and
tenants line up in eviction court, explaining job loss, illness, and aid delays as the judge makes fast, final calls.
95 cents.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Holcomb, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Hi, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I've been sick and my car has been down, so that has been the reason for the delay in payment. I recently applied for cash assistance to help me with my monthly payment until I find another job, which the program will help me find a job. And then I also applied for Hawk last week to help me with the past due balance.
Okay, do you have an appointment with Hawk?
Yes, it's scheduled for January 26th at 11 a.m.
Okay, at 11 a.m. And the cash assistance that you're talking about, who's that through?
The Department of Human Services. It's a monthly subsidy.
Department of Family Services. Okay, so here's what I'm going to need you to do. You're entitled to a 1-week adjournment. I will adjourn this matter to January 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. What you'll need to do is in your packet, there's a rental assistance form. You should have a tracking number for the Department of Family Services, or at least an account number or some other reference number. You need to fill that out. That needs to be filed with the court to buy you additional time. It needs to be filed with the court by Wednesday.
Okay, so the DHS application is for cash assistance. I applied to Hawk to help with the past due balance.
Oh, I understand what you're telling me.
Okay,
But if
okay.
you're applying for assistance to pay rent, you need to fill that out and put it on the form so that I can take a look at it. And you need to do that by next Wednesday.
Okay, by next Wednesday. Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay,
So I'll
so-
adjourn it out to the 23rd at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing.
Thank you.
If I may, could you
Thank-
please provide that to plaintiff as well?
Yes,
Thank you.
no problem.
Maple Heights Apartments versus Roberta Nesmith.
Morning, Your Honor. Alex Olson on behalf of plaintiff.
Can you hear me?
Ms. Nesmith, there you are.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got both parties. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim?
This is a non-payment of rent matter. I show rent to retain of $1,645, court costs of $170.09, for a total outstanding balance of $1,815.09.
All right. And Ms. Nesmith, how are you intending on getting that paid?
My father is willing to help me. And just for the record, the lady that was here when I was moving in, matter of fact, it took me 6 months to move in here because she was saying she has no idea what she's doing. But she told me that we have till the 5th as a grace period. So sometimes I know I've had to use that. And I'm pretty sure that's why I'm behind in late fees, I think.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand that, but you say your father's gonna help you out?
Yes.
All right. So how much do you think in the next week you can get paid on this?
Probably all of it.
All of it?
Yes.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll indicate in my file that you're gonna pay the balance. You're gonna do that. You think you can do that by the 22nd?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So try to get that paid by the 22nd. I'll adjourn the hearing out to the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. If all of that's paid, and just check with the landlord and make sure that everything's paid, then I don't need to see you on the 23rd.
Okay, what was the balance again?
I had 181509. Is that right?
Correct, yes.
181509. Okay, okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. Am I done?
S&C Holdings versus Lorianne Pearson.
Ready, Your Honor.
And I think Miss Pearson is here.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tracy Thomas appearing on behalf of the plaintiff. This is a non-payment of rent case. Rent to retain possession is $2,408. Court costs of $157.80 for a total of $2,565.80.
2,500. I'm sorry, give me that again. Total.
$2,565.80, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. All right, Miss Pearson, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I applied at Sear and they denied me, but I have an appointment with Hawk. I did the intake. My appointment with Hawk is on the 29th at 9 a.m.
29th at 8 a.m. All right. You're at least under the 3,000 limit. I cannot adjourn it out to that date. You said the SER denied you?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to adjourn this to the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. What I'm going to need you to do, ma'am, is I'm going to need you to either contact Mr. Thomas or contact your landlord, see if you can work something out regarding the payment of this, all right? In the interim.
Okay. And my Hawk appointment is on the 29th.
I heard you. Okay, but I have authority to give one adjournment to give an adjournment of a week.
Okay.
Right? So what I'm going to suggest you do is talk it through with counsel or talk it through with your landlord and see if there's additional time or the like, and see what you guys can work out. All right?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
We'll see you 23rd, 1 o'clock. That's an in-person hearing. Thank
That's
you.
in person at the court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, Miss. You do the same, sir. Six Trails versus Sean Ames.
Good morning, Judge Joe Joseph, the plaintiff.
All right. You don't. Sean Ames, they are not here. You paid for the second service. If you'd like to take a default, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Judge.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Judge. At this time, based on defendant's failure to appear today, we do move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession only. We are showing rent to retain at $1,797. Court costs at $177, totaling $1,974. We are requesting a judgment of possession of that amount with a writ date of January 26.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Six Trails versus Jordan Oren.
Again, Judge Joe Joseph for the plaintiff.
And I think he's here.
I'm here, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. All right. What's the plaintiff's claim in this case?
Judge, we are showing a balance through today's date of $3,113. Court costs are $177, and that totals $3,290.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting this paid?
Your Honor, I get paid next week, and I'm gonna need to ask for some help from a family member probably. I'm not sure I can get the whole balance paid next week, but I should be able to pay some of it.
Okay. How much do you think you can get paid next week?
At least 1,000 of it.
Okay. At least 1,000. Can you get that paid by the 22nd?
I should be able to, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll put that in the file. I'll adjourn this out to the 23rd, 2026, 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. I'm going to suggest in the interim, you contact your landlord or contact plaintiff's counsel and see if you can work something out by way of a conditional dismissal to get this paid down, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good weekend.
All right, you do the same. Court calls the case of Harbor Cove versus Joan Davies.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Butchart, P66250 for the plaintiff.
And Davies is here. Oh, there she is. All right, Ms. Davies, you'll have to unmute.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. All right, very good.
Thank you.
All right. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Judge, we're showing a current past due rent of $3,143.80. We have court costs of $170 for a total of $3,313.80.
Ma'am, how are you intending on getting this paid?
Okay, Your Honor, I have contacted Hawk, so I'm working with them. I've also applied to DHHS for for help through them. And I'm also in contact with the Housing Bureau for seniors. So the summons I have shows total rent due $1,571.90, not $3,000.
Okay, and ma'am, that's going to be through December. We're in January now.
Yes, the total amount due is $1,571.90. I don't owe for 3 months.
Well, ma'am.
Sir, yes, Honor.
When you say $1,570.90, that's what's on the complaint, and that's what you're looking at. If you look down at the bottom of the complaint, you'll see a date of the signature that's what you owed as of December 20th.
Okay.
And now we're in January, so they're entitled to get their January rent.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so that's how you're getting there.
Okay.
All right. So, ma'am,
yes, sir.
I'll tell you, if Housing Bureau for Seniors gives you a reference number, you'll need to include that on the form that's contained in your packet called the rental assistance form.
Okay.
Okay. You did get if you applied for state emergency relief, You did get a tracking number.
Right.
And that you'll also need to put on that form, and you'll need to file that form with the court within or by next Wednesday.
Okay, where do I get the forms, Your Honor? I guess I'm not
In your
understanding.
packet, in the packet that was served on you,
Yes, sir.
there's a document that at the top should be called a rental assistance form.
Okay.
You see that?
Yes, I'm getting there. 1 second. Fingers are not turning the pages. Request an order. Oh. Well, if it's in here, I'll find it, Your Honor.
Okay, it's in there.
Oh, I
Or
see
if
it.
necessary,
I have
ma'am,
it.
or if necessary, you can come down to the court and get a copy of the form. Fill that out. It needs to be filed with the court by next Wednesday.
Okay. I can
Okay?
do that.
How many people are in your unit?
Just myself, Your Honor.
All right. So just so you know, and just to give yourself some reference, if you get a state emergency relief, that will only, if they award you the maximum amount, that's only going to be about $410.
Okay.
Okay, so just
right.
so
I'm sorry,
you're
go
not
ahead.
looking at that. All right,
Okay.
but you don't have an appointment yet with Hawk, correct?
Correct, but I have the name of my, the caseworker that's working with me. I also have another one with, the Bureau for, Assistance with.
For seniors.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
So when I spoke with the last agent with seniors, she said, well, usually they'll give you about 2 weeks to put the money together, and I think that's what she was saying, that it would take that long for them to
Okay.
get the assistance to me.
All right, we'll figure all that out, but Hawk will also kind of lead you in that direction. So,
Correct.
ma'am, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna adjourn this out 1 week to the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing down at the courthouse.
Okay.
Okay, and then we can see exactly where you are.
Oh,
All right.
that sounds great. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Harbor Cove versus Stephen Saxon.
Brian Butchart again on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
Okay.
And I think Mr. Saxon is here.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. All right. How much is owing on this case?
Your Honor, in this case, we're showing a balance of $2,989.80. We have court costs of $170 for a total of $3,159.80.
All right. All right, Mr. Saxon, how are you intending on getting this paid?
Well, I just started my job last month, so I'm just trying to catch up here. I plan on making a payment of $14.95 on February 6th. And I plan on making the next one on my next paycheck, which is 2 weeks from that date. So I believe it's February 20th.
Okay, I see what you're doing. And so here's what I'm going to suggest. You're going to need to contact the attorney for the plaintiff, see if you guys can work out a conditional order of dismissal or something along those lines regarding that payment, because your payments that you have, I get why you're doing it, clicks you into the next month, and that's going to be a problem because you're going to accumulate rent at that point. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm also working with the Housing Bureau for Seniors too. So
okay. Thank you for letting me know that. So they may be able to help you catch up, and then you can start with February.
Yeah, that's
all right. If they give you a reference number, you'll need to fill out the rental assistance form, submit it to the court by next Wednesday. Okay.
What's that called again, Judge?
The rental assistance form. It's in your packet.
Okay.
Or you can come down to the court and get it, or there's a QR code if you know how to use it on your screen. That'll take you right to that form.
I appreciate
it. All right. So I'll adjourn this to the 23rd, 2026, 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So we'll need to see you down at the courthouse if it's not paid. Understood?
Is that in January, sir?
January 23rd. Yes, sir. Next week.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Haverhill on Clark versus Khadija, is it Kissy? Or Cece?
Brian Butchart again on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And how do I pronounce your name now that I've mangled it?
Khadijah Cisse.
Cisse. Okay, thank you. All right. And how much is owing on this account?
Judge, we're showing a balance of $3,049, court costs of $170, for a total of $3,219.
And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Okay, I would like to start by saying that I've been in touch with the property manager at the apartment complex. And since I lost my job, I've been struggling and I've talked to her about it in open communication. I did just pay January's rent, so I only owe 2 months. 2,999 is what I received on the court documents. It's not 3,000 because January's rent was already covered.
Okay, hold on. When did you pay that?
January's rent, I paid it on the 6th of January. I went to the office, I dropped my money orders there.
Okay, all right, ma'am. Slow down. Counsel, you don't have that on your ledger, I take it.
Judge, my client has actually 3 credits on the ledger dated January 8th, 2 in the amount of $500 each for $1,000 and another of $487. So a total of $14.
Okay. So that's probably that rent that you paid. Okay, that's been
Correct.
taken into account, ma'am. So they're coming up with this number. So you may want to talk to the landlord and figure out where this number is coming from because they've already taken that off on your account.
Yeah,
Judge,
because
I will
some
say-
court document that I received, it doesn't even show a balance of 3,000. It shows 2,999.
Judge, I will
And
say,
ma'am, like I said to the other individual, if you look at the bottom, that was signed in December. So that's what you owed in December. Okay? And then
Okay.
what you're gonna have is you're gonna have the 299.99, and then you're gonna have court costs, which is gonna bring you up around that $3,200 figure.
Okay, I've been in touch with Hawk. I spoke to the caseworker. I already have an assigned caseworker. We've been emailing back and forth. Even yesterday, she's aware my court date was today. She's already had taken on my case already. She had me sign a release of information yesterday in order for her to be in touch with the landlord. So that's where we're at with that
Right.
process right now.
Okay, that's understood. And so that you know, your balance would have to be 3,000 or under for
Correct.
Hawk to assist you.
I'm aware.
So, okay, between now and next week, is there anything that you're gonna be able to pay, man?
Between now and next week, I mean, I'm still unemployed, so I'm just
Well,
waiting on the worker
then
to
the
see
answer
what's
might
gonna
be
happen.
no. So there's nothing you can pay between now and next week.
No, I'm waiting on the worker
All
to
right.
see what's gonna happen.
So I'll adjourn this to January 23rd, 2026 at 1 PM. That's an in-person hearing at the courthouse. Keep in touch with your landlord, let them know what's going on with Hawk, and we'll see where we are next week.
Okay,
Right.
you said it's in person at 1 PM?
It is in person at 1 PM.
If the balance is not paid by that date.
If the balance is not paid in full, yes, you need to be down at the courthouse.
Then if it is, I don't need to attend, right?
Pardon?
If the balance is covered, then I wouldn't need to attend court, right?
If everything is paid, I don't need to see you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Haverhill on Clark versus Sherelle Gamble.
Brian Butchart again on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
And you don't have them.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute my mic.
Where? Oh, there she is up there. Okay, I'll need a camera, ma'am.
I have a broken camera right now. I do apologize.
All right. All right, counsel, what's owing?
Judge, we're showing a balance of $9,911, court costs of $170 for a total of $10,081.
All right, ma'am, how do you intend on getting this paid?
I talked to I think the property manager's name is Latasha. I did speak to her. She informed me that I was able to do a 3-month payment plan with Haverhill. I had within 7 days to fill out a sheet and then give it back to her. That was around like Christmas, New Year. So I did give it back. She told me I had to wait for court today to see what was going on with that. But I did give them a payment plan that I was able to afford and work with. That's what she informed me of. So I said that I can do $3,000 a month. I felt like that was I thought that was good enough, $3,000 a month, and then 300 every Friday. So that would come out to like 1,200 and over $12,000. But again, I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
I don't know if
So
my
here's
payment plan was okay.
All right. Counsel, are you aware of that or no?
Judge, I do see a payment plan request signed by Ms. Gamble. So I do see that she's made the offer of certain payments. I guess I would have to check with my client to see if my client is okay with that, and then we can formalize that into an agreement.
All right, very good. So what I'm going to do, Ms. Gamble, is I'm going to adjourn your case out to January 23rd, 2026, 1 p.m. If there's going to be a payment plan, that can be done by way of a conditional dismissal, and the paperwork would need to be filled out and everything would need to be memorialized for entry with the court.
Would I need to fill out anything else on my part between the court or the attorney?
Your Honor,
I don't need anything else from you. But the payment agreement, if the landlord accepts the request for a payment plan, then you'll need to, that somehow has to be memorialized in writing.
Okay.
So Ms. Gamble, I'll try and communicate with you. I'm sure the property manager has a good phone number for you, so I'll do my best to communicate with you probably either later today or sometime on Monday, okay?
I did. Yes, I did try to contact you. The number was a totally complete different number on the voicemail. So I do apologize. I did not want to leave a voicemail to a random number.
No problem. We'll reach out. We'll get it done.
Okay. Thank you very much. You guys have a good day.
You do the same.
Thanks.
Court does call the case of Haverhill on Clark versus Talib Mahan.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
So, the case is for my dad and my mom. My mom doesn't speak a lot of English, so I'm translating for her.
Okay, and who are you?
I'm their daughter.
Does a daughter have a name?
Yeah, I go by Gusik.
Say it again.
By Gusik. You can just call me G. That's my first initial.
Just call you G?
Yeah.
This moment perfectly captures how eviction court actually works behind the scenes. Notice how the judge repeatedly references rental assistance forms, tracking numbers, and strict filing deadlines. These aren't suggestions, they're legal lifelines. If a tenant submits proof of pending aid on time, the court can legally pause the eviction process. Miss that deadline, and the court's hands are tied. What stands out here is how illness, job loss, and delayed aid collide with rigid procedures. The judge isn't debating sympathy, he's enforcing structure. And that raises a tough question for viewers. Should access to housing really hinge on navigating complex paperwork while you're already in crisis?
That's my son's first initial. I don't know. I'm going to have a problem calling you G. That's what I call him. But we'll
okay.
work on that. All right. So, all right. Counsel, what is the claim in this case?
Judge, according to my client's records, there is currently $1,850.32 in rent, $170 in court costs for a total of $2,020.32.
And ma'am, and we've marked our file. Your mother would need an Arabic interpreter. Is that correct?
Yeah, but I have class at 10, so I was just asking, I think, somebody that's in the court if I could just be next so I can finish it for them and go to my class.
Okay, we'll get you out of here.
Thank you.
What class is it?
It's psychology.
You don't need that. No, I'm kidding. All right.
I'm trying to be a lawyer. That's why I need it.
What?
I am.
We got enough of those. Why do you want to do that? Okay, never mind.
I want to work with you.
Uh-oh. All right. All right. So how are your parents intending on getting this paid?
So we did speak with the office, like the leasing office, and they did agree on a payment plan for us because we mentioned to them that my dad was in the hospital. He had a stroke and he was there for 2 months.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, for the last 2 months. So that's why it kind of like passed by and we didn't really think about it that much. But we did speak with the leasing office.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. Counsel, do you see a note for a request for a payment plan?
Judge, on this one, I do not have that note. Certainly not disputing what she's telling Your Honor, but I just don't have any information.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn your case out to the 23rd at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, okay? And we can see where we're at with the payment plan. Just make sure with the landlord that the request has been sent in and maybe something can be set up at that point, okay?
Okay, so we should just let the office know to send you guys a letter stating that there is a payment.
Yes,
I think the way I understand the procedure is you have to make the request for it and then the office makes a determination about the payment plan. And then if they say yes, then I think council's gonna be working hard to try to get that memorialized, and then it's got to be entered into the court.
Okay, and then, but we still do have a hearing, you said when?
Yes, it'll be next Friday at 1 o'clock. That's an
Okay.
in-person hearing.
Okay, is it gonna be at the Washtenaw?
Yes, at my courthouse down on by the sheriff's department.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right, thank
All
you
right.
so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. And are you gonna come with your parents? So
I
everybody
probably
can see.
will.
All right, so everybody can see this future lawyer.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
You
you
take
so
care.
much.
We'll see you guys in a week.
Have a good one.
You too. Haverhill on Clark versus Cameron Griggs.
Ryan Butchardy on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
We have them. Cameron Griggs, we do not have them. I don't see second service paid for. Well, it
Hello?
says second.
Hello, Cameron.
Hello, what's your name?
Yes, Cameron Griggs.
Okay, so you're here. Okay, I will need a camera, sir, if it's available to you. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Judge, in this case, we are showing a balance of $11,871, court costs of $170, for a total of $12,041.
From adjournments to possession orders, this courtroom shows how quickly housing decisions can change lives.
All right. Mr. Griggs, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I have spoken with the property manager, Miss Latasha. I had turned in a payment plan to her. I don't know if she ever agreed to it or not. She never responded back. I emailed her about it, but she never responded back.
Okay, hold on a moment. Counsel, do you see that or?
Judge, I do see one on Mr. Griggs' file. I will communicate with management to see if they're okay with that.
Okay.
And then I can reach out. Mr. Griggs, I assume the manager has a good working phone number for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So we'll
All
reach
right,
out.
fantastic. So, Mr. Griggs, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn your case out to the 23rd, next Friday, 2026. That's at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So you'll need to come down to the courthouse. If they work through the payment plan and everything, then they'll have presumably paperwork that will be entered with the court regarding that, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, appreciate it.
Your Honor, if I may, real briefly,
Yes.
I do see a young lady that's on today. She was a defendant in one of the cases that we filed, but we have dismissed it. Is it okay if I just announce her and let her know she's?
Yeah, what's her?
I see, I'm going to mispronounce it, but Arely DeLeon?
Oh.
Yes, that's me.
Judge, we were
DeLeon.
informed that she's vacated, so I think we've submitted a dismissal on that case.
Yes. Ms. DeLeon, there's a dismissal in your case, so that case has been dismissed or will be.
Okay, thank you so much for letting me know.
All right, you take care.
Thank you, Judge.
Bye.
Thank you. Haverhill on Clark versus Kayla Ritchie.
Brian Butchardy on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning,
And good morning. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Judge, in this case, we are showing a balance of $4,794, court costs of $170 for a total of $4,964.
All right. And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So I did lose my main source of income in December, and I have not been able to communicate with the property manager as of lately, but I did submit a payment arrangement. I have most of that payment for today. It was due today. I made the first payment in December, and I do start a new job on the 2nd of February. I did contact, sorry, I have my notes
Okay.
right here.
No, it's okay. Let me just try to understand what you're telling me. You've been in contact with the landlord. You submitted a repayment request.
I did. I've submitted a payment arrangement in the office on December 23rd of 2025 for monthly payments of $13.65 until April.
All right. So let me just ask you this. You said that you have most of something. What do you have most of?
Most of the monthly payment for today.
Okay. So how much can you pay between now and next week? Why don't we start there?
Right now, I have a total of $1,062.
$1,062?
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Get that paid over to the landlord.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll adjourn your hearing out to the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Okay. And counsel, you see a request for the payment?
I
don't
actually
know if
do not
asked it.
see one in this file, Judge, but I'll certainly
Okay.
talk to my client and speak to them about
All
that.
right. So they're going to talk to the client. They're going to try then be in contact with you, see if you guys can reach an agreement. We can get it memorialized in court and then it entered and then everything will be all set. Okay, ma'am?
Okay, that's fine. But I did, I gave it to Latasha directly and she signed it right then.
Okay. Oh, I don't think anybody's disputing that you may have done it. It's just not with the file that council has.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. So that part will all work out. We'll just try to get everything all set here and try to get the payment plan, but make sure to get that payment into the landlord. Okay. And then we'll see you next week at 1.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Haverhill on Clark versus Myra.
Today's courtroom session shows the full reality of eviction proceedings, swift rulings, limited adjournments, and a system built on documentation and deadlines rather than emotion. The judge consistently applies the law, granting 1-week extensions where allowed, explaining assistance limits, and making it clear that unresolved balances can quickly lead to possession orders. Some tenants leave with hope and time, others leave facing removal. The broader takeaway is undeniable. Housing stability often depends not just on money, but on knowledge, timing, and follow-through. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.